This is the part 2 of sketching the graphs of derivatives. So, by now, you know how to compute derivatives. And so, if I give you an explicit function like x cubed minus x, which has this shape, we know that we could take our limits and we could compute the derivative to this. So this isn't about that. This is about trying to see how the derivative should look before we even figure out what it actually is. So the important thing to remember, and really the whole point, is that the derivative at a certain point is the tangent slope. So as I mentioned in the previous video, when you're increasing, your derivatives should be positive, and when you're decreasing, your derivatives should be negative. And so let's take a look at this thing. I start down here, and when I move up and up and up, my slopes are positive. Let me zoom out a bit. My slopes are positive, but as I get closer to the top of this bump right here, my slopes start coming down, right? It's really steep here, but it's less steep here. You can see my tangent line. And my slopes get closer and closer to being horizontal until at that top there, it basically happens around here. And then for a little while, it's going to be negative. It's negative for a bit, and then it's around 0 here again, and then I zoom up and up and up and up, and away it goes, right? So that's the graph of this particular curve. And so we can see, just like in the example where I drew it on the board, that we get something like a parabola. If you follow the black dot here, I hit the top thing here, it bottoms out, and then it zooms back up this way. And so if I were to actually put in let's make that dotted, the sketch of the derivative, we get exactly that value, right? It comes down, it zooms in, bottoms out here, picks back up here, right? And so that's basically the curve that we drew in the example where I was on the board. And so let's go ahead and try the other example that I tried. So that would be something like minus x to the fourth plus 1 plus x maybe squared. There we go. If I take away the graph of the derivative for now, then this is like what we drew earlier, and we see that it's increasing for a while, and now we see that black dot coming down, where it's horizontal has slope 0, decrease for a little bit, has slope 0 again, increases for a little bit, has slope 0 again, and then decreases way down. And now we're to actually sketch the derivative, boom, we get that same behavior. You can watch it follow along, down and up and down. All right.